everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Welcome to this very special unboxing and review of this 5-ounce silver antiqued high relief dragon from Tuvalu and the Perth Mint. This is a real special coin. Despite the really ridiculous long convoluted name, it's well worth a look inside this very, very pretty looking box indeed. So we're going to do an unboxing and review of this coin so you guys can have a good old close look at it. I've purchased this from PowerCoin, and I've worked with PowerCoin a number of times featuring some of their own special coins which they've had minted themselves. And today's video is not a sponsored video from them, it's just my own customer experience from PowerCoin. They ship internationally, worldwide. They are a specialist in collectible numismatic coins, just like this coin that you're about to see in front of us. At the time of filming, they do have a couple left in stock, so if you are interested, head on over there and check out if they've still got any of those coins left. One thing to obviously bear in mind, this is not a cheap piece of bullion. This is a collectible numismatic. It comes at quite a high premium, and you should always bear that in mind. And I'll talk about kind of that aspect of investing in these types of coins as I go through the video, but it is not for the faint-hearted, that is for sure. Now, that said, the coin itself is fantastic. Let's just start there with the box. It is an amazing actual box. It's one of the nicest looking, really cool design on the front of the box here with the dragon kind of grabbing the flames, and I really like that. I think it's always a good thing when a coin is displayed well in a box. You know, it's just nice. You are paying a big premium on this, and I think it's really important to have a really good buying experience. And there have been other coins out there which have a little bit of a lackluster box. For one, the sort of Aries, I think it's the Aries coin and the Poseidon coin, they come with that kind of garish blue sleeve on it, and it's not that nice. But this, very well done by the Perth Mint, as you will imagine. So we get this really nice, let's just have a look at this first, really nice, I don't know quite what the material I suppose you could call it, but it's sort of a soft plasticky material, but it doesn't feel plasticky, it feels kind of velvety and very nice indeed. Really good display box. And then inside you have the COA, you have this very nifty little Perth Mint cushion or pillow, I suppose you could call it, and then of course the coin nestled in there. Now we will have a look at the coin in a moment, but before we get to that, as I always do with all of the unboxings and review, we're going to have a look at the COA first. Now, as with all of these types of coins, you should get a COA with them, which tells you a little bit about the coin, as well as the kind of design and the history. So I'm not going to read all of this, you can have a pause and a read at your leisure, but this tells you a lot about the Chinese dragon, which is the kind of style which we're using here on this coin. So that's all the information. You can see the last little paragraph there, which is a really important one, mintage of 500. There's a few technical notes there as well, which is very interesting. And then some of the pertinent information on the back there. So you can see that it's a 5-ounce coin, 909 silver. This particular coin has got a certificate number of 378 out of a maximum mintage of 500, which is a very low mintage. Certainly when you compare it with the 2017 2-ounce version, which was an incredibly popular release, and this is one of the main reasons why I have picked up this particular version and this coin, because we saw the 2017 2-ounce version take, I don't know, the coin market by storm in a way. It was so popular. I remember seeing it for the first time on the Silver Forum, and it's the same design as this particular dragon, and boy oh boy does it look good. Look at that. Just, I mean, 5 ounces of silver. This is a hefty old coin, and it is in beautiful high relief and antiqued as well. It looks absolutely brilliant, and that's one thing that just drew me to this. When I first saw it in 2017 for the 2-ounce coin, it just looked amazing, and that's always one thing I look for in these collectible numismatics, is whether or not it looks good. And this Chinese dragon chasing the flaming pearl really looks amazing, and it's very, very eye-catching. Gosh, it really is, and it's even bigger and better in this 5-ounce version. So the 2-ounce versions were very, very popular, and I know a lot of people on the Silver Forum picked them up, and in fact quite a lot of people sent them in for grading with Numistacker. And I did similarly with one of my coins. They pretty much all got MS70s, and I have actually parted ways with both of my 2-ounce versions, otherwise I'd get the 2-ounce one out to have a look at it here. But it was the whole purpose of buying them was to sell them on as a collectible numismatic at the right time to make a bit of money on them. And the 2-ounce versions were just too good an opportunity to miss out on doing. And then when I saw that they were going to release a 5-ounce version of this, I thought to myself, yeah, that is a pretty much surefire winner. First of all, it's equally as beautiful, if not more beautiful, because of the size of it. The mintage is a really important part of it as well, and there's half the mintage number. So the kind of, I don't know, the thinking behind it is, in my head, you know, there's 1,000 of the 2-ounce versions out there. There's only 500 of these. That means these are going to be even more popular. You know, if they increased the mintage of these and made 2,000 of them, say, that would make them significantly less desirable in my eyes. So a mintage of 500 really does, you know, hit the mark, really, in my opinion. So, is this going to be a winner? I really do think it is. Just look at this detail here. It's so intricate and so glorious. It's probably the best coin I've seen all 2018. That's my sort of, I don't know, that's my prediction. I don't think a better coin is going to come by the Backyard Bullion bench this year. It really is pretty special and amazing. Just every single little bit of detail, even down to the claws, the face, the fangs, the flaming pearl. It's just gorgeous. Really is amazing. And it's very high relief. I don't know if you can quite tell on the camera. The camera always flattens things out a little bit, but it really is very, very tasty in its high relief. Looks absolutely amazing. You can see all of the light playing off the darkened, antiqued area. Very, very cool indeed. On the reverse, we have Queenie in her kind of good old Ian Rank Broadley portrait. And, you know, it's the same with all of these types of coins. You get a little bit of a dull background or other side with the Queen's head. I would have liked to have seen a little bit of an increased design around the rim for the Queen's head. You know, you could easily get some kind of nice looking wavy flame pattern or dragon scale pattern perhaps around the outside of that. And if that had happened, that would have made this coin really stand out for me on both sides. So, you know, in terms of the Queen's head side, it's very nice, but it's nothing special. All of the business end is on this particular side of the coin. It is a really chunky coin as well. You can see the profile, side profile there, very, very chunky indeed. And I have to say, the 5 ounces I think makes it really, really good. It does make it very sort of different to the 2-ounce version. You know, the 2-ounce version was quite a big coin in terms of diameter, so it definitely looked pretty cool. This, though, looks even bigger and better. Now, I will say there's probably going to be one little issue with this in terms of grading, and that is that it will probably be put into one of those giant monster slabs that NGC uses if it was going to go via Numistaka for grading. And I've seen a couple of those giant monster slabs when people have graded the 5-ounce Queen's Beast series in silver proof, and it just doesn't, in my opinion, look great. You know, one thing I really like about the NGC slabs, all the small ones, is that they're very handy. They're very you know, they stand there all in a row. You can stack them up nicely together as well. They look really good, and they're a great way of displaying the coins, you know, protecting them as well. But this would be in a giant slab, and I really don't like the idea of that, and I don't think a lot of other people like the idea of that. So in terms of this being an investment coin to flip on in the future and sell on and make a profit on, I think it's going to stay in its raw form. It's going to stay in its box here. You know, it's going to just be sold on as is, as seen. So yeah, I think it is an absolute winner. I think it's definitely the most pretty coin that I've seen all of 2018. I would love to know your opinions on this coin. Obviously, just remember the fact I said at the start of this this review, in that this is a very much a kind of collectible numismatic. It is not a cheap piece of bullion by any stretch of the imagination. Just trying to angle this so that we can see it against the light as it looks in the box. It is not a cheap piece of bullion. It is a collectible numismatic. It is definitely not one for the faint of heart. If you are considering purchasing collectible numismatics, you really should, and do what I do, you should basically write it off. You should say to yourself, okay, well, if this is not a hit, if this is not a winner, it is going to be a gift to yourself, or you can use it as a gift for somebody else in the future, perhaps. That's the way I look at it, because 9 out of 10 of these coins, even more perhaps, 95% of these coins will end up being flops. They'll just peter off and they won't actually get any kind of tangible return. You might get your money back at best. This one, I think, is the one, this is the exception. I think this is the 1 in 20 that will do well. but only time will tell. So do comment down below what you think about this coin. If you're interested in picking up one of these coins, then head on over to PowerCoin. That's where I purchased mine. Brilliant company. They'll ship worldwide, internationally. Incidentally, I am planning on going over to meet PowerCoin in Rome at some point in the near future. So that will be a very exciting time to go and see them, meet them, and have a look at some absolutely amazing coins. If you like this video, thumbs up, share it around on your social media. As always, that would be very helpful. If you like these kind of coin review videos, I've got a whole bunch of them, so make sure that you check out the unboxing and review playlist. And if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you want notifications, hit the alarm bell. Otherwise, have a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.